Today, we are going to be simming until the Charlotte Hornets win the NBA Finals. And a big shout out to Click Productions. He did this with the Pistons a couple weeks ago, and I thought it'd be a good idea to do it with some other bad teams, so I decided we should do it with the Hornets. So yeah, I have absolutely zero control over this sim. I'm just simply going to be watching until the Charlotte Hornets can win a ring. This video could be 5 minutes, could be 30 minutes, could be 2 hours. We have no idea, but we are just going to sit and watch until they can do it. All right, we're starting from where we currently are in the NBA regular season. 2K has it updated to January 25th. Let's go ahead and get this underway and see how long it takes for the Charlotte Hornets to win their first ever championship. All right, we made it to the end of year one. Luka Doncic wins MVP 35, 10, and 10. Wemby Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul Sixth Man of the Year. Wemby also wins DPOY 1.3, 3.3. And unsurprisingly, our Charlotte Hornets did not make the postseason, so we'll go ahead and sim right on through. Zion, Western Conference Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Heat Pelicans Finals. And that is year number one done with the Miami Heat winning the finals. Jimmy Butler Finals MVP 23, 6 and 6, 1.7 and 1 block per game. All right, here's the squad heading into season number 2. We've got LaMelo Ball up to an 89, Brandon Miller, Mark Williams, Miles Bridges. Those are 80 pluses, and apparently we signed Mike Conley in the offseason. Let's go ahead and get right into season 2. Shea wins MVP at 29, 6, 8 assists and 2 steals per game from him. Very nearly 50, 40, 90. Jalen Duren, Sixth Man of the Year for the Spurs, and Wemby, another DPOY, nearly 2 steals per game, and then 2.5 blocks. The Hornets were the 14th seed this year in the East. It was not great, but we definitely did make some improvements. We won a couple more games than we did last year. We're not expecting to get to the finals very quick. That's the whole point of this video, but we will see what they can do next year. Holy shit. Shea, Western Conference Finals MVP, 39, 6 and 10, 2.3 steals. Paul Banchero, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, 30, 10 and 5. Thunder Magic Finals. And the Thunder sweep their way through. Shea goes for 31, 6 and 11, 3.8 steals in the finals. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, here's the squad for year number 3. Things are quickly getting better. LaMelo is a 92 overall. Brandon Miller has exploded onto the scene and has now become an 88 overall. Mark Williams still an 84. Miles Bridges an 82. And then we picked up Dennis Schroeder in the offseason on a 2-year, $27 million deal. And that is our 80 overalls on the squad. We are very young. We are still getting better. This could definitely go faster than we expected. Luka Doncic wins his second MVP of the sim at 32, 10 and 10, 1.8 steals per game. Victor Wembanyama, his third consecutive DPOY, 1.7 steals, 2.6 blocks. And the Hornets have flipped it around so fast from the 14th seed last year all the way up to the 2 seed. Out of the play-in in the East, Indy and Philly in the West, Houston and LA. Already got a chance here in year 3 to win the finals and end this video. Let's see what we can do. 1-1 against Philadelphia. We lose the second game at home. 3-1 lead, and we are through. The number 1 seeded New York Knicks go down to the 8 seeded Indiana Pacers. That is huge for us. We are now the highest seed remaining in the conference, facing off against the 3 seeded Detroit Pistons. We split the set at home, 2-2. The crucial game 5, and we take it. We are up 3-2, and a game away from the conference finals already in year 3. Game 7 against the 3-seeded Detroit Pistons. We have to hop in SimCast for this, and we are gonna be safe. Unbelievable. Naz Reid, now a member of the Charlotte Hornets, goes for 45 points. LaMelo Ball 22, 6 and 13. Miles Bridges 17. Brandon Miller 15. Let's take a look at the Pistons. Cade Cunningham does his best, just like always. 27, 6 and 5, trying to carry this Pistons team, but they can't get it done. Naz Reid, though, 45 points, 15 for 19, 8 for 9 from 3. And here we are in the conference finals, facing off against the 5-seeded Washington Wizards. They beat Chicago and then beat 8-seeded Indiana. We once again have home court advantage, and we take game 1. We split the first 2 games once again, 2-2. They take game 5 on the road. Season on the line. We get blown out by the Washington Wizards. Luka Doncic, Western Conference, holy fuck. Luka Doncic, Western Conference Finals MVP, 42, 12, and 13, 3 steals and a block, 50, 40, 90. Kyrie now on the Wizards, 23, 5, and 4 for Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Thunder Wizards Finals, and the Thunder take it 4 games to 2. Shea Finals MVP, once again, 22, 5, and 8 from him. We were that close to ending it this fast, but the future does look bright here in Charlotte. Here's the squad for year number 4. We continue to get better. LaMelo up to a 93, Brandon Miller officially up to a 90. Mark Williams, Roy Bryant, Miles Bridges are 80 overalls, and we unfortunately did lose Naz Reid in free agency. Here we go, year number 4. underway. Luka Doncic MVP for the Minnesota Timberwolves, 26, 9, and 10, 1 steal per game. Victor Wembanyama wins his 4th consecutive DPOY. Every year he's been in the league, he has won it. And the Charlotte Hornets barely missed the playoffs. It was a tough season for us. We were actually doing pretty bad most of the year, and then we ended up getting up to the 10th seed with about a week to go, and then ripped off 4 straight losses. Western Conference Finals MVP, Shea, 26, 5, and 8. Paolo Banchero, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, 29, 9, and 5. We got a rematch of the finals from a couple years ago, I believe. Thunder versus the Magic, and the Thunder win the championship yet again, 28, 5, and 9, 1.7 steals for Shea, and that is the end of year number 4. Here's a squad heading into season number 5, very, very similar to the one we had last year. LaMelo still a 93, Brandon Miller still a 90, Mark Williams basically still where he is. What is that picture of him, by the way? Roy Bryant up to an 84, and Miles Bridges an 82. That is it for our 80s. Let's go ahead and see what we can do in year number 5. Shea wins another MVP, 26, 6, and 9, 2.3 steals. Victor Wembanyama, 5 straight DPOYs. And for the Charlotte Hornets, we got back to our winning ways. We are the 2 seed once again. Out of the play-in in the East, Philly in New York, in the West, Dallas, and Golden State. Here we go. Charlotte Hornets versus the New York Knicks in round number 1. Once again, we split the first 2 games, go down 2-1, and we are 1 game away from losing to the 7th-seeded New York Knicks. We do win game 5, and we win game 6. Can we come back down 3-1 against the Knicks? Top of the Simcast. First time jumping in a few sims, I think. 41 seconds to go, 2-point game. Hornets down 2, Knicks with the ball. Driving in on LaMelo, and he gets it to go. 4-point game, 33 seconds to go. We take a timeout. Bridges inbounding, finds LaMelo. LaMelo trying to get up a quick shot mid-range, and he misses. We're going to foul Julius Randle, but that might be it. Out of timeouts. Second one is up, and it is good. Down 6, 23 seconds. Gonna need a quick 3. LaMelo step back. Driving in. Need a quick shot. Out to Davis for 3. Misses. Williams rebound. Out to Davis. Out to LaMelo for 3. And another miss. That's gonna do it. Brandon Miller leads the way, 27, 5, and 3. LaMelo Ball, 24, 5, and 13. Cat and Julius Randle, the duo. This is a huge team. They have James Wiseman, too. Cat goes for 24. Julius Randle goes for 20. And we once again have been eliminated. Victor Wembanyama, Western Conference Finals MVP. Garland, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Cavs, Spurs, Finals. And the Spurs sweep their way through. Jeremy Sohan wins Finals MVP, 17, 7, and 6. How in the world? 50% from 3. All right, that is year 5 done, and we move on to year 6. Here's the squad for year number 6. Brandon Miller up to a 91 overall. LaMelo still a 93. And still the same guys, 80+, Mark Williams, Roy Bryant, and Miles Bridges. Squad doesn't look amazing, doesn't look any worse than last year's was. Let's see what we can do. Shea, another MVP, 25, 6, and 11, 2 steals per game. Wemby, 6 straight DPOYs. We did barely squeak into the play-in as the 8th seed, facing off against the 7th-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers on the road. And we make it through, actually. Wow. Out of the play-in in the East, Chicago, and us in the West, Minnesota and New Orleans. Time to get revenge. The New York Knicks were the 7th seed last year when we were the 2 seed, and they beat us. This year, they are the 2 seed, and we are the 7th seed. We take game 1. Take game 2. Up 3-0. 3-2. Okay, we do make it through. That got a little nerve-wracking, but we do make it through to the second round to face off against Washington once again. We faced off against them in the conference finals in year 3, I believe. Another chance at revenge here. Split the first 2 games. 2-2. The crucial game 5. We take it. 1 game away from the conference finals, and we make it through. OKC and San Antonio are going to have an absolute battle over there in the West. But in the East, it is the number 1 seeded Toronto Raptors facing off against us, the 7th seeded Charlotte Hornets. If this is the year we do it, oh my God. We finally lose a game 1, and we go down 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, and we get eliminated. Got our hopes up, almost had a miraculous comeback. Shea, another Western Conference Finals MVP. Scotty Barnes, an Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Raptors, Thunder, Finals. And the Raptors win. So look at what we could have done had we beat them. Shea wins Finals MVP despite losing the Finals. 34.5, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. 60, 50, 90. Here's the squad for year number 7. LaMelo Ball, 93 overall. Brandon Miller, a 91. And then the 80+ is Mark Williams, Roy Bryant, Miles Bridges, and now Chris Forbes, a new player, a 24-year-old, 80 overall. And then we also got Ben Simmons. All right, here we go. Year number 7. Todd Griffin wins MVP for the Thunder. They just keep generating these Absolutely ridiculous players, 27, 10, and 5. Who would have guessed it? Victor Wembanyama wins his 7th consecutive DPOY. Literally stupid. The Charlotte Hornets are the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Out of the play in the East, Milwaukee and Brooklyn. In the West, Denver and Minnesota. 1-seeded Charlotte Hornets, our best chance to win the finals yet. And they take 2 straight at home. And we're in a 2-2 series with the 8th seed. Take game 5, and we do make it through. It was a little more stressful than it needed to be, but we did end up making it through. We face off against a team we have not played, I don't think, in the playoffs yet, and that is the 5-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. We take game 1, take game 2, 3-0 lead, and we are back in the conference finals. This time we're facing the Pacers, who beat the Raptors, who beat us. Last time we were in the conference finals. We have OKC and San Antonio in the West, so we're going to have an absolute battle as San Antonio has lost 3 games in 2 series, and OKC is undefeated in the playoffs so far. But first, we got to get to the Pacers. We split the first 2 games. 3-1 lead. 1 game away from our first finals appearance. And we are in. Todd Griffin, the MVP of the league, also wins Western Conference Finals MVP. 31, 8-4, 3 steals, 1.5 blocks. LaMelo Ball, the man who has been here through it all. Eastern Conference Finals MVP, 30 points, 4.5 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals. And here we go. It took us 7 years, but we are finally in our first finals, facing off against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here we go. We take game 1, split the first 2, down 2-1, 2-2. Game 5 has never meant more than right now, and the Thunder take it.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be a game 7 if we want a chance to win it. Can we keep our finals hopes alive? No, we can't. That is what makes this challenge so brutal. Thunder win yet another finals. Shea, another finals MVP. I don't even know how many he's at this point. 30 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 2.5, 1.5, 60, 50, 80. Here's the squad for year 8. LaMelo Ball still a 93. Brandon Miller up to a 92. And the squad continues to improve. Roy Bryant making some jumps now, an 86 overall. Mark Williams, 85, like he basically has been like the entire sim. Max Christie now an 81. And then Chris Forbes an 80 overall. We lost Miles Bridges, it looks like, but still a very good squad. And definitely some potential to go back to the finals. Luka Doncic wins an MVP for his 3rd different team. 28 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, 1.6 steals. And who would have guessed it? Victor Wembanyama, 8 consecutive DPOYs. This is actually the most sustained thing I think I've ever seen. Hornets, though, started slow, then got very, very hot. We are the 3 seed. Out of the play in the East, Atlanta and Detroit in the West, Dallas and Sacramento. We're in the finals last year. Can we get back there? It's going to start by going through the 6-seeded Milwaukee Bucks. 1-1, 2-2. Need this game 5. We don't get it. On the brink of elimination once again, and we're out. Luka Doncic, Western Conference Finals MVP, 25, 7, and 12. Jaden Ivey, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, 27, 6, and 5. 0.8. A Jazz Raptors Finals. Finally, OKC goes down in the West. Guess they can only lose to Luka. That's kind of what I'm saying here. Jazz Raptors Finals. And the Jazz are champions, led, of course, by Luka Doncic, who averages a ridiculous 37, 9, and 12, 2.4 steals, and a block per game. Here's the squad for season number 9. We continue to make improvements. LaMelo in 93, Brandon Miller in 92. That has been the duo forever here in Charlotte. Mark Williams, Roy Bryant continuing to go up. And we've got a new man, Dante Johnson, 4 years, 70 mil. And then Mac Kelly, 1 year, 5 mil. And Chris Forbes, 4 years, 80 mil. 7 players, 80 plus overall. I think this is the best team we've had in terms of overall throughout this entire sim. Let's see if they can get it done before year number 10. Todd Griffin, another MVP, because Oklahoma City is the greatest team of all time. 31, 11, and 5. Who would have guessed? Victor Wembanyama wins his 9th straight. But for the Hornets, it was another great year. We are the 2 seed this time around. Out of the play in the East, Washington and Milwaukee in the West, Phoenix and the Clippers. We face off against Milwaukee for I think the 3rd straight year in the first round. They beat us last time around. We split the first 2 games this time. 3-1, and we are through. We face off against the Pacers once again. I think we have played them twice and beat them twice, if I'm not mistaken. We definitely beat them the last time we played them, because that was in the conference finals to go to the finals just a couple years ago, up 2-0. 3-1, and we're through to the conference finals just like that. We win each series in 5 games, and both conferences have their 1 and 2 seeds in the conference finals. Here we go, facing off against the Knicks once again. They're the 1 seed this time, we are the 2 seed. We take game 1 on the road. They go up 2-1. Once again, another very important game 5, and they take it. Gotta have it here in game 6 to keep the season alive. And we do. Game 7 against the New York Knicks on the road. It's hopping a Simcast. And it's not gonna happen. We just can't get it done. Todd Griffin, Western Conference Finals MVP. Sasa, I don't even know. Eastern Conference Finals MVP. We lose in 7 games. Melo Ball, 24, 4, and 6. Mark Williams, 20 and 6. And of course, it's the Thunder again, because who would it fucking be? Todd Griffin, Finals MVP, 35, 7-7. We've officially reached year number 10. The duo is still with us, LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller. LaMelo's just got 1 year left on his deal. We'll see if he decides to stay after this year. Maybe it won't matter, because maybe we'll win the finals. Brandon Miller, 2 years to go on his deal. Mark Williams, just been here forever. Roy Bryant, Chris Forbes, Dante Johnston, Mac Kelly. Once again, it is 780 overalls. We have 279s too. I know I've said it a bunch of times, but could this finally be the year? Year number 10. Let's go. Todd Griffin, another MVP. Who cares? I only care about Victor Wembanyama winning his 10th consecutive DPOY because he is the greatest player to ever play this game. How has he not won MVP yet? OKC is the 1 seed in the West, but we are the 1 seed in the East, back on top of the Eastern Conference, out of the play-in in the East, Cleveland and Toronto in the West, Minnesota and LA. Last time we were the 1 seed, got to the finals and lost in 6 games. Can we finally do it here in year number 10? Split the first 2-1 lead. I swear to God, we're down 3-2 to the 8 seed. Oh my fucking God. Season on the line as the 1 seed. We lose. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Shaden Sharp, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Todd Griffin, Western Conference Finals MVP, I guess. Who even cares at this point? Knicks come back down 3-0. I think I just saw. Todd Griffin still wins Finals MVP though, because he is the greatest player to ever win. OKC has 2 people win Finals MVPs while still losing the finals. That's how good they are. Unbelievable. Oh my God, thank God. LaMelo Ball re-signs with us. Oh my God, we needed that. LaMelo Ball still here for 5 more years. Barring any trades. Brandon Miller got 1 year left on his deal. Mark Williams, Roy Bryant, Chris Forbes, Troy Maxwell, Mac Kelly, and Andre Jackson. That is our 80 overalls. We now have a new record for most 80 overalls, and it is 8. On paper, this is the best team we have ever had. Please, can we finally do it in year number 11? Todd Griffin wins MVP. Who would have guessed it? Victor Wembanyama wins DPOY. That's what we care about. How about 11 in a row? I think I'll be more surprised if he doesn't win it than him winning like 15 in a row. All right, Charlotte Hornets are the 2 seed. Maybe this is the good luck charm we need, just basically to not be the 1 seed. Out of the play-in in the East, Detroit and Philly. In the West, Utah and Sacramento. Facing off against Philly for, I believe, our first time in the sim. Quickly up 2-0, 3-0, and it's a sweep. That is a great start to this playoff run. Facing off now against the 6-seeded Orlando Magic. Split the first 2. 3-1 lead, 3-2, 3-3. I swear to God, if we blow a 3-run lead. Let's go into Simcast, man. 110, 47 seconds. I think this is just our second time hopping into a game. Brandon Miller for 3. Got it! Brandon Miller hits the 3. 113, 110, 40 seconds to go. Come on, dude. Inside of Boncaro, stolen! Up to White. They don't have to foul. We're going to need a bucket here. White turns it over. Jaden Ivey with the steal. They're on the fast break. They're going to take the 2, foul, and 1. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Most important free throw this season right here. It is up and no good. He missed it. Maxwell with the rebounds. We give it to Brandon Miller. He is fouled, and we are in the bonus. Brandon Miller to the line. And he misses the first. 97% chance, and he misses the first. Oh, my God. Makes the second. 2-point game. Magic call timeout. That is their last timeout. They might hold for the last shot, but they probably shouldn't because they are losing. Boncaro for 3. Misses. Williams rebound, gives it to LaMelo, and he is fouled. 2 for 2 from free throw. Should put this game away. MVP chance for LaMelo as he sinks the first. Second one is up and good. They give it to Boncaro into the corner for 3. And it's good. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They just won't go away. Into LaMelo. He is going to get fouled. MVP chance again as he sinks the first. And he goes 2 for 2. No timeout. 6 seconds to go. Here we go. They're going to need a 3. It's Boncaro for the tie. And he misses it. And we are through. It was ugly, but we find a way to move on, and we are back in the conference finals. LaMelo Ball, 33, 4, and 11. All right, we just barely survive, and once again, it is the 1 seed and 2 seed in both conference finals. We face off against the Knicks once again. Can we beat them when it matters most? Up 2-0. 3-0. And we sweep our way into the NBA Finals. Todd Griffin, Conference Finals MVP, 27, 12, and 6. LaMelo Ball, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, 27, 5, and 8. 3 steals a game. Finally get our revenge on the Knicks. Sweep them. Got a chance against the team who has won, I don't know, probably 7 championships so far in this sim. And I think they have like 7 or 8 MVPs. Here we go. Thunder Hornets Finals. They take game 1. They take game 2. We're down 3-0. 3-1. And we lose in 5. I'm done. I'm done with seeing Todd Griffin, dude. Squad continues to look good. we're set for yet another deep playoff run. LaMelo a 92, Miller a 90. We have 8 80 overalls once again and a 79. We've got a very good chance here to make a deep playoff run. I'm gonna say it again. Can we finally get it done in year number 12? Todd Griffin MVP, who cares? We all know what we care about. Victor Wembanyama, how about 12 straight DPOYs? OKC 1 seed in the West. Who cares? Who's surprised? Nobody. Charlotte 2 seed in the East. Out of the plane in the East, Orlando and Brooklyn. In the West, LA and Denver. Quickly up 2-0, and we are through. On to the second round where we face off against the Pistons, who have had our number basically every year. I think we beat them in a playoff series one time, but every time I'm simming through these regular seasons, the Pistons are always beating us. I think they beat us twice towards the end of the year. It's going to be a tough series. And the boys are going to prove me wrong. Maybe? Hopefully? Okay. We do make it through. A little bit scary there at the end, but we are back into the conference finals, facing off against the Knicks. We've had some battles with the Knicks in the playoffs. Can we please just get back to the finals? 3-0. And we sweep our way to the finals against the Knicks yet again. And it's time for revenge. Todd Griffin, Western Conference Finals MVP, 35, 13, and 4. LaMelo Ball, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, 27, 6, and 12. Thunder have won literally everything in this sim. They do not ever lose. Please, can we finally knock them off? They take game 1. They take game 2. 3-0. We get swept in the finals. Are they even beatable? Are they even beatable? Todd Griffin, Finals MVP again. On to year 13. Here's the squad for year 13. And for the first time in a while, we actually do get worse. Brandon Miller drops to an 88. LaMelo Ball drops to a 91. We now only have 7 80 overalls. Let's see if we can keep it up. Todd Griffin MVP, nobody cares. Victor Wembanyama, 13 consecutive DPOYs. And once again, we are the 2 seed. Out of the play in the East, Atlanta and Indiana. In the West, Utah and Dallas. Facing off against the 7-seeded Indiana Pacers. 3-1. We are through. All right. Facing off against Brooklyn. I don't know if we played them in a playoff series yet in this sim. I cannot remember because it's been so fucking long. Take game 1. 3-0 lead. 3-1. 3-2. Once again, it runs a little close, but we are back in the conference finals for I think the 4th straight year, 3rd straight year, 4th straight year, something like that. We once again face off against the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs, and it looks like the winner is probably going to get OKC. Split the first 2, down 2-1, 2-2. Crucial game 5. We take it. Come on. 1 game away from the finals, and we're back in. We are back in the finals against Todd Griffin and the Oklahoma City Thunder for the 3rd straight year. 27, 14, and 6 for Todd. LaMelo Ball, 22, 6, and 8. Please, 3rd time's a charm. Facing off against the Thunder in the finals. They take game 1. We take game 2. We take game 3. We are 2 wins away. We're up 3-1. We're up 3-1. It is time to hop into Simcast. We are 1 win away. They blow us out in Oklahoma City. Brandon Miller goes for 22 and 6. Griffin goes for a 38, 24, 8 because he's the greatest player of all time. Here we go. Game 6 at home. Finally get it done in year 13. Let's go into game 7. LaMelo Ball, 36, 8, and 12. Shea, 28, 6, and 6. Oh my God. We were up 3-1, and now we're on the road against OKC. There's no way. There's no fucking way. I can't do this. I can't. I actually can't do this. I actually can't fucking do this. We blow a 3-1 lead in the finals in year 13. Nobody even cares anymore about Todd Griffin. That might have been the end of the window for this team. LaMelo, 35 years old, 89 overall. Mark Williams, 86. Brandon Miller, 86. Just 6 players above 80 overall now. Year 14. Here we go. Todd Griffin, MVP. Victor Wembanyama, his 14th consecutive DPOY. OKC's the 1 seed, and we are the 2 seed. Something that has happened so many times in these last couple years. Out of the plane in the East, Orlando and Indiana. In the West, Sacramento and Denver. Face off against the Pacers, I believe just like we did last year in the first round. Okay, we started down 2-0, but came back, made it a 2-2 series, and now 3-2. Game 7 against the Pacers in round 1. Not a great start to these playoffs. We are going to survive and make it through, led by our man, our franchise cornerstone, LaMelo Ball, 27, 7, and 11. And we face off against Brooklyn, I believe also just like we did last year. We go up 2-0 and then 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. We're back in the conference finals. This time against the 5-seeded Toronto Raptors. Take game 1. Down 2-1, down 3-1. Jarris Walker, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I don't even know who won Western Conference Finals MVP. Todd Griffin joins Michael Jordan as the player with the most Finals MVP awards to their name. 6. My God. Year 15 is upon us. LaMelo Ball in 87. Brandon Miller in 83. Just 6 80 overalls. Granted, this exact same team made it to the conference finals just a year ago. Oh my God, a new MVP. Jamirio Lindemann, but not a new DPOY 15 straight for Wemby. The year we finally do not have our best season, OKC is now the 4 seed. And the dynasty might be over, but we are the 7 seed. There's still a chance, all right? I believe we made it to the conference finals as the 7 seed, maybe the finals, I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but here we go. Playing game against the Orlando Magic, and we make it in. Out of the play-in in the East, Indy and us in the West, LA and Dallas. Facing off against the 2-seeded Detroit Pistons. Split the first 2. Down 3-1, and we're out of it. OKC's reign has finally come to an end. Mo Floyd, Western Conference Finals MVP. Lindemann, the MVP, wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Sixers Jazz, why could this not have been us? 76ers win the finals. 1 year, we're finally bad. After 15 seasons, we're going to call it a day. This is going to be part 1 of this series. I don't know how long the series is going to go until the Hornets finally win one. If you did make it to the end of this part, thank you so much for watching. I know you're probably very disappointed that you made it this far, and there's still no win for the Hornets, but we're going to go ahead and make this into a series. We'll see how many parts it ends up going. I'm going to probably just go in 15 season increments. So next part will probably also be 15 seasons if the Hornets end up not winning the finals. But yeah, we lost Brandon Miller. LaMelo Ball is now 36 years old. If I remember correctly, we had 4 finals appearances. We lost all 4 of them, including blowing a 3-1 lead. As always, be sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. It is very helpful for the channel. Subscribe for more videos like this, and be sure to hit that bell so you can be one of the first people to see the new videos, especially when part 2 of this series comes out. If you want to watch raw and uncut footage, be sure to check out my Twitch, WardyBoss30YT. I'll put it up on the screen right now. One day we will get these Hornets a championship. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.